welcome to Multiverse Tarot. Happy New Year, Taurus. Hope you've enjoyed your holidays and you're ready for the new year. This is the January 2018 Taurus Horoscope and Tarot card reading. This is good for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This month I will be doing a slightly different format and there will be more tarot cards pulled. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. There's some great stuff coming in this year. And as some of you have asked, I am using the Rider-Waite deck of tarot. Okay, so what does the new year have in store? January 1st, there's a full moon in Cancer happening in your third house of thinking, siblings, and neighborhoods. Look for this New Year's Day to bring a desire for learning and studying. For some of you, this could be a time when you begin a teaching career. Look for strong ideas and thoughts to come to you at this time. Let's pull a card regarding this. For the full moon in Cancer for Taurus in the third house. And we have the Temperance card. All right, so it's all about finding the right recipe. It's all about finding that if you are beginning a career as a teacher, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for you as you find the right recipe on how to deal with your students. Whatever the strong ideas that are coming up for you and connections to your siblings, it's all about finding the right recipe in order to deal with them in the right way, okay? On January 12th, 2018, Mercury is on the move. After being retrograde last month, this energy is much lighter. It is moving forward and in your ninth house of higher mind, philosophy, and long-distance travel. There's a lot of action here in this house. Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and the Sun are all in your ninth house. Look for this energy to push you to get out of your comfort zone. For some of you, look for a strong pull to finding a deeper meaning to your life, a purpose that you could live for. Mercury in the ninth gains his perceptions and awareness by zooming up or standing back and looking at it all from a distance and a higher perspective. It brings a natural urge to expand and broaden the mind through study, reading, and travel. If you're a philosopher, clergyman, writer, publisher, educator, or in public relations, look to be inspired by your work. Now let's pull a card for Mercury joining into the ninth house for Taurus. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacle cards. So whatever this idea that you're going to pick up or the study that you're going to continue, look to be very drawn to the subject matter, something that makes you feel like you are inspired. Maybe this is where you will find that sort of meaning to life. There's also the pattern of looking at things from the overall point of view and feeling like zooming up and seeing the perspective of your whole life. There's going to be something that comes forward from that, something that makes you feel strong, something that makes you want to carry this forward. It could be something connected to your spirituality or something connected to your creativity. Either way, it's going to be manifesting something very good in the world. Okay, so on January 16th, add one more celestial body to your ninth house. The new moon is happening in the ninth as well. Look for the moon to bring a natural receptivity to the realms of philosophy and religion, and an intuitive grasp of concepts and symbols at this time. Also look for the new moon in the ninth house to bring an uncanny ability to foretell the outcome towards which events are leading. Also, there is a big energy pushing you towards travel, adventure, fanciful dreaming, or philosophical pursuits. And these energies will help you escape from stressful situations or struggles of the everyday life. Now let's pull a card for this. for the new moon in the 9th house for Taurus. And we've got the 5 of Wands here. This is you taking this energy forward and actually becoming active with it. If it's a religious energy, this is something that you're picking up even though you've put it down for a while. But it's still something that's very, very important to you. But there's also going to be distractions that you create for yourself in order to take you out of the mundane, in order to break up the monotony of life and to make yourself feel a little more connected. But there's also going to be some philosophical sparring going on where you're going to find some other like-minded philosophical and intellectual people that you're going to be able to have some really meaningful conversations with this month. All right, on January 18th, Venus moves into your 10th house of career, fame, and discipline. Look for a strong desire for harmonious working situations, doing a job you value with people you like. For some of you, this is going to be good news about your career. Maybe it's an award or a bonus for hard work put in, some kind of recognition from your boss or superiors that should be very validating. For some of you, look to be spending some time with your mother or drawn to the mother energy in your life. It's a warm, close ties with your mother, even if it includes minor difficulties of interacting. If your mother has passed and is no longer with us, look for the energy of her spirit to warm your heart at this time. For some of you, you will be examining what you do for a living and what it is that you want to project out into the world. Now let's pull a card for Venus moving into your 10th house of career for Taurus. And, okay, so we've got the 8 of Wands. It looks like there are multiple choices when it comes to the direction to take your career at this time. There isn't just one option. There isn't just 2 options. There are at least 5 or more options of what you could actually do in your career at this time. So maybe the universe is pushing you to look at these potentials, and maybe there's a job that you should be switching to. If not, there's definitely going to be, some of you are going to be promoted, some of you are going to get a raise, and others of you are finally just going to have peace with your coworkers, okay? And this is a really good energy coming into your career this month. January 21st, the sun is moving into your 10th house of career as well, joining Venus. A very parallel energy to what happened on the 18th. The sun and Venus together. This is a really, really great energy. But this is all about the qualities in ourselves which we wish others to notice. We want others to see how we emanate power, our strength, and our authority. The sun in the 10th will create a deep urge to be admired as somebody. Look for ambition to turn up at this time. Let's pull a card for the sun in your 10th house for Taurus. Okay. All right, and we have the 3 of Pentacles cards. Your ambitions could lead you to finding just the right partner or investor. There's definitely going to be an open channel that you're going to see where it is that you should be plugging your energy in. And it could involve another person in order to move these things forward. But it could just be you reconciling another part of yourself in order to fully be the person you need to be to move forward in your career at this time. January 27th, Mars moves into your 8th house of transformation, real estate, and other people's money. Time to sort out your financial life, file your back taxes, and update your insurance policies. But for some of you, look to relish the prospect of appropriating The values and possessions of another person very enticing. For some of you, be careful because Mars could cause a fight with your spouse at this time. It will probably happen over shared finances. Others of you look for a battle over legacies and inheritance. It's a kind of energy where your business partner could run off with your share of the revenues. Others of you could run into trouble with a tax auditor or something of that nature. So please use a little bit of caution because this isn't all positive energy. There's also a sexual aspect to this transit. Either with you or with your partner or love interest, there's more than meets the eye in sexual tendencies. Passions are strong, but sex may become a contest for some. Look for your competitive nature to be strong. Now let's pull a card for Mars moving into the 9th house for Taurus. All right, we've got Judgment. So whatever this sort of hidden sexual proclivity you have, you're very afraid of how your partner is going to judge you when you are honest and open about what you desire in the bedroom. This could be coming from your partner to you, so be careful how you judge them and try to be open to understanding what they need in order to feel sexually gratified. And I would say that there's also just a general disease about how people judge you. You're desiring to be seen as somebody in the eyes of others. So when they judge you as less than, that's actually going to push your anger button. This person thinks that you're less than you believe yourself to be. You will be judging them for judging you. And that's what this Judgment card is telling us right here. So, on January 31st, there's a lunar eclipse happening in Leo, and this is in your 4th house of home and family. Look for this energy to make you a little bit of a homebody at this time. Your home will be your refuge from life's battles, to make home a retreat and a sanctuary from the world. For some of you, look for a little bit of a struggle to separate yourself from your family identification. You are reaching for your own identity, but at the same time, look to regress to childhood behavior patterns when the struggles of life become too much. But if you just focus on your own security and maybe being your own parent for once, whatever troubles come up, you'll be able to handle them with no problem. Now let's pull a card for the lunar eclipse in Leo in the 4th house for Taurus. And we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? This is a pretty good energy. So whatever this childhood, that your memory, remnants, regressing to this behavioral pattern from your childhood, it's something that your mother keyed off in you. And I think that there's a way for you to actually step up and step out of this pattern that you've always fallen into whenever this comes up in life. Eclipses can be a very difficult, strong energy for some people to handle. And what it's telling us here is that as much as you try to struggle to create your own identity, there's always this loop back where you're constantly being connected to the lineage that came before you, whether it's your mother or your father. For some of you, it's most likely going to be the mother energy coming through. All right, so now we're going to pull a card. Those are all the major alignments for the month. Now we're going to pull a card for your general health and energy for January. And we've got the 2 of Wands. I would say if you had any health issues that you've been watching, it's important to keep watching them this month. For those of you who have been in a very healthy pattern, I would look for that to continue. I would say that it's important to look at your diet and exercise and make sure that everything's in balance, and to be the omniscient, seeing all, to try to catch your missteps and your misbehaviors. And I see really good things for your health and energy if you can stick that. Past the holidays, no sweets to tempt you. All right, now we're going to pull a card for your career and money for January 2018. All right, and we have the Star card. When it comes to your career and money, there are things that are changing, and you want to be seen as this card. The question becomes whether the world is reciprocating and showing you and making you feel as though you think you feel. That might sound a little complicated, but your money is going to have a give and take flow this month. Whatever's coming in, look for expenses to be somewhat equal to the amount coming in. Not that you're going to be depleted, but you're going to be pretty much at status quo wherever you've been. Now we're going to pull a card for your family, love, and social. All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles. I would say that the withdraw to your home area may come in even before that lunar eclipse hits, because you don't feel like being social right now. You don't really feel like taking time to connect with family, even though you may have some obligations that will say otherwise and will make you continue to connect to them. But as I would say that you're going to be needing and desiring your alone time this month, especially as we get toward the end of the month. All right, I want to say thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. Please come over and subscribe, comment, like, and share. I'm going to put the playlist for all of January 2018 here in the corner so you can see your rising or to share a video over. Some of you have asked me about private readings, and I am working on setting up a system to do that. But for now, go ahead and enjoy the free videos. Thank you so much for all the inquiries, and I will see you next month, Taurus.
Amish Buddha Film